Some are calling this the most important YouTube video ever made. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. Once in a blue moon, I get the opportunity to make a difference in the world with a YouTube video, and today is one of those days, Perna. Sometimes we don't know what we need until we see it, or until Joe Rogan tells us about its magical healing properties. Have you ever wondered if you would love football even more if all of the quarterbacks were women? As a sexist man, I didn't until last week when I saw pornicator Jimmy Garoppolo's face apped as a woman. Oh, dream weaver, I believe I can fly. I was shocked at how attractive Jimmy Garoppolo was when I saw this picture on Twitter. I left this pic up on my computer when my wife came into the room, and she was literally like, "Who is that? Why is her picture up on your screen?" So naturally, I decided to rank all of the QBs on a smash or pass with that QB tier meter we have seen over the last year. Today, all I ask is that you challenge everything you know about your own sexuality and love of football. That's all I ask. Whew, that's good sports. Please, if you haven't clicked out of this video yet, subscribe, click the notification button. Today's episode is sponsored by manscaped.com/goodsports and the brand new Weed Whacker nose hair trimmer. Manscaped has reinvented the nose and ear hair trimmer, utilizing their proprietary skin-safe technology to reduce nicks, snags, and tugs with their 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to whack off your nose hairs, even if you're a fake woman version of an NFL quarterback. The Weed Whacker is designed to fit the natural ergonomics of your nose holes, even after the Face app changes those ergonomics. Check out the new Performance Package, which gets you the Weed Whacker and the Lawnmower 3.0, plus a free pair of boxer briefs, a Manscaped travel bag, the Pube mat, ball toner, and ball deodorant. And if you select the Peak Hygiene plan, you can get a replacement blade every 3 months for $14.99 for both the Lawnmower 3.0 and the Weed Whacker. Again, discount link is manscaped.com/goodsports in the description. Twitter user NotKatie3 did the Lord's work and showed us what every NFL starting quarterback would look like as a woman. You may have noticed this on the internets over the last week. Many players and coaches and sports personalities were being altered with the Face app, or the widest spread application of plastic surgery we have ever witnessed. Why did this occur though? Because we have all lost our damn minds without any real sports to entertain us. That is why. Not Katie's NFL quarterback stood out though, as he took the time to beautify all of them. And then some. The results were quite varied. Some of them make horrific pigs that I wouldn't even use as footballs, and others I'd make passionate, sweet, intense, passionate love to for hours. Nay, I say days on end. I mean, imagine the complex pillow talk you could have after you finish fornicating with an NFL quarterback. What's cover zero, Jimmy G? Wait, why am I the girl? What's covered zero, Jimmy G? It's the percentage of your body I want covered with clothing. Ooh, sounds sexy, cover zero. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Here is how I would fairly tier every single NFL QB. Tier 1, disgusting, busted, horrible uggos I would never smash. And I can say that because it's not sexist, because they're not real women. We got Betty Roethlisberger, or your best friend's mom who isn't scared to discipline you like one of her own kids. Then Samantha Darnold, who looks like the call girl that actually shows up to your room versus the one you thought you ordered. We've also got Carsonia Makes Me Wince, Geraldine Never Getting Me Goff, Justine Herbert, who really just looks like Justin Herbert with slightly longer hair. Cut your hair, hippie. Phyllis Rivers, looks like he wouldn't even impregnate himself. And special edition Andrea Luck, who probably couldn't even convince an XFL player to take her home. Then we get slight upgrades in Tier 2. Players I would certainly think about. taking home, especially after a couple of beers. Josephine Burrow, who kind of looks like Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 when she's been in the insane asylum for too long. De'Erica Carr, especially if I'm going through a goth phase and just got dumped by a valley girl. DeKaren Prescott, maybe not 100% female, but with the fresh $31.4 million in her pocket, I would let her treat me like a king for a night. Which rounds out our tier 2 of need to be drunk to smash. I then created a no smash, no pass QB tier. These are quarterbacks that look too much like actual women, that it makes me fear technology far more than it gives me a rise in the pantaloons, which is how all of these tiers are created, with the pantaloons. We've got Dwayne Haskins, Drew Barrymore Lock, Rayanne Tannehill, and Teddy Bridgewater all look like they run the world's most aggressive soccer mom carpool in all of the suburbs. Their leader, Matilda Ryan. Matilda Ryan smokes exactly 28 cigarettes and takes 3 shots of vodka every day. In her prime, she outsold every woman in Mary Kay and got that pink Cadillac, which she lost in a bad divorce years ago. Then there is the tier that showcases that this face app still needs some work before we see it in the next season of Black Mirror. These renditions of quarterbacks as women just don't look like real people, starting with Russell Wilson, who could have maybe played the less evil Darlene in a weird episode in the original Roseanne. Gardner Minshew, who looks like a Cabbage Patch doll, and not in the good way. Wait, no. He looks like he was just born in Jacksonville. Aaron Rodgers has the type of face only a mother could love, and even then, he still wouldn't love her back. Then we have tier my lesbian middle school teacher / softball coach, Josina Allen. Just like on the field, she is in a category all of her own. Also in a category all on her own. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, are you for real? Lamar Jackson's sunglasses make her too elusive to pin down with other QBs who simply don't have her legs. Then we have the most disturbing tier how to catch a predator. We've got Drew Brees, and that's just a coincidence that he plays for the pedo propaganda saints. But Drew Brees, as a girl, looks like a child. So does Tamantha Brady and Michelle Trubisky. So if you see anyone on Twitter saying they would smash Brees or Brady, report them to the authorities, even if it's an edge rusher saying that. The Drew Brees photo is extra creepy when you look at how big his hands are compared to his tiny little girl face. It's like God made a mistake and just decided to not correct it, much like he did when he let Tom Brady leave the Patriots. Tier 5. This is the elite. No question, I would drop everything for these beautiful women tier. Starting with Maddie Stafford, who looks like your friend's sister who used to be ugly but returned from college a handsome woman. Underrated in her looks, just like Matthew on the field, and most importantly, gettable, because you know her, and she's starved for attention after getting her master's degree in Detroit for the last few years. And maybe the biggest surprise in the group, Daniel Jones, probably giving you a giant flutter in your heart right now. Cammy Newton was provided as a bonus, and I'm not sure if his free agency status or his single status as a beautiful woman surprises me more. Her biggest turnoff, though, is learning that she has 7 kids. Kyler Murray somehow looks buff and maybe even taller as a woman, but definitely still hot. Baker Mayfield definitely is giving off those hot news anchor vibes. The kind of news anchor who lies to you about the state of the world to fuel a political agenda. And even though you hate everything she represents, that somehow makes you want her even more. Then there's Patricia Mahomes. I don't like it, but my penis cannot tell my brain a lie, and Mahomes is uglier as a guy. Finally, in Tier 5, we have the belle of the ball, Jimmy Garoppolo. So hot, she literally made my wife jealous. And finally, I created a bonus tier. This tier is, if I ever needed a reason for chemical castration, it is female Mark Davis. Thank the Lord of mercy Mark Davis was born a man, because we have seen the alternate. And it is more twisted than the plot of a Saw film. Andy Reid and Bill Belichick are voluntary assistant coaches, and Josh Allen's ultra competitive softball league. Cliff Kingsbury, almost a smash, but Kylina Shanahan is about 3 brush strokes away from becoming Japan's most sought after mousy anime character. And there we have it, the dumbest episode of this stupid show I've ever done, and that is no easy task to complete. Honestly, the funniest thing about writing today's episode was learning the subtle differences between Will's and my level of attraction towards these fake NFL QBs. And Will assured me that we should definitely do this episode. Please let Will have been correct. To end this episode, here's my face as a woman. Subscribe to make this picture go away. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Oh, fuck.